Good morning, students. This is Chandra Shekhar coming back to our online classes. Last class I explained that today I am going to teach the new concept of classes. So, before starting the classes, you have to know the basic rules of what is called a sentence and phrase. I explained very clearly. You know very well that sentence is a group of related words and which contains subject and verb combination. Whereas phrase is also a group of words which does not contain subject verb combination. Whereas class, it is a group of related words which contain subject and verb combination. There is a small difference when you are talking about a sentence and a phrase, and when you are talking about a phrase and class. We will see today very important concept, classes, and let you know that how many different types of classes are there. See, first coming back to our definition, class is a group of related words. You know, sentence is also a related group of related words. It contains subject and verb combination. Even the sentence contains subject and verb combination. Here, subject verb combination when it has complete sentence by itself. When it is having a complete meaning or sentence by itself, it does not need other classes for its existence. First point number one, it has a complete sentence by itself. It does not need other class for its existence. Such class is called independent class. In general, I want to say you that in your class there are two parts actually. One is called independent class. Next one is called dependent class. Let me explain first independent class, then we can see the dependent class. What is the independent class? Again, right? Independent class has a complete sentence. It is a complete sentence. It is having the complete meaning by itself. When you see, it looks like a sentence. It is a class. And it does not need other class for its existence. If you see that class does not need any other classes, like dependent class need is not required. That is, it doesn't need other class for its existence. That is called as independent class. Take one small example, you will understand clearly now. You may sit. You may sit. Just now I said a class requires subject and verb combination. Now, in this sentence, you is subject, may is verb, and another one is sit. You may sit. This is a small sentence. This is called independent class. Independent class. Whereas, a dependent class, what is the meaning of dependent class? We'll see now. A dependent class, no complete thought or meaning in the sentence. If you see the sentence, you won't have any complete meaning in the sentence, and it depends on independent class. The rule number 2 of dependent class is very important, is always dependent class depends on the independent class. Take one example, see, where you like. Where you like. See, all of you students see independently. One is the first independent class, second one is the dependent class. Now I am explaining that dependent class. In this one, I am taking the example where you like. The subject part is you. Like is what? Verb part. So, if you see in this sentence, did you find any meaning in the sentence? No, something is losing. What that is you losing? Which is always this particular class is depending on the independent class. So, how it looks like? See, you may sit, comma, where you like. It is a complete sentence. In that, the first part is what? Independent class, which contains subject and verb combination. Whereas, where you like contains subject and verb combination, this is a dependent class. If you see wholly sentence, that is called a class. That is, you may say where you like. The first part is independent class. The second part is dependent class. Take another example. See, students, if he comes, comma, I will help him. If he comes, I will help him. Now, find out which one is a dependent and independent class. If he comes, no proper means it is depending on the independent class. This is called dependent class. I will help him is a independent class. Means, see, if you want to make the whole sentence, always the dependent class is depending on the independent class. That concept is called as class. Here, try to understand, we are having different types of classes, students. You have seen in the 8th, 9th and 10th standards. In detail, we will see what are the different types of classes. Like one is noun class, adjective class, adverbial class. Once again, noun class, adjective class. Next one is adverbial class. Adverbial class is also very important topic for our high school students. And noun classes also we are having this topic. We will see one by one.
Now, continuing with this topic, classes, just now I explained you. One is the dependent, independent class. The next one is what? Dependent class. As you know, independent class is also called as main class. You are having another name that is also called as what? Main class. Whereas, dependent class is a subordinate class. Now, as I explained in the last class, we are having three types of subordinate classes. Like number one is what? Noun class, adjective class. Next one is adverb or adverbial class. See, this independent classes are also called as what? Main class or principal class. Whereas dependent class is called coordinate class or subordinate class. We'll use different names, but the meaning is same. So student will take one small example to make you understand how the noun class works, and we'll go in detail what are the different types of noun classes. So take an example. See here, she decided that she would become a teacher. In that there are two parts. One is first part with the subject and verb. As I said, that class contains subject and verb combination. In the last I explained with the example. The first one is what? Subject and verb. Here, that she would become a teacher. She would become a teacher. See this? We are using a that she would become a teacher. In that, the subject is what? She, and she would become. This particular part, we'll see here, this is the subject part, and the second one is what here? Verb part. That is, this is a which is looking like a verb phrase, that is subject with the verb phrase, and this part is called as a noun class. How? Why? Because it is using with the subordinating word with the that. So it is unable to understand if I use this type of example. If I want to tell you very clearly what are noun classes, what are the different types of rules, we'll see now. Noun class is a subordinate class which does the work of a noun. When you are going to say which is going to in the subordinate class, it is going to do the work of a noun. Next, if a class which acts like, well, it may be a subject, it may be an object, and it can be a complement. In the sentence, when you are seeing the noun classes, it can act something like a subject. It is going to act like an object, and it can act like a complement. We will see with three different examples. Number one, we are using different types of words. Subordinating words we are going to use. That it is called a statement type, which is given with the first example I showed. That we are using, she decided that she would become a teacher. In this, I said this is a noun class. How? We are using a word of that with the subject and verb combination, classifying with the main class and the dependent class. See, first that is a statement type. Next one, it can use WH words like who, whose, what, which, where, why, when. These are the different types of words which I am going to use for the question type. You know very well that interrogative sentences. When you are going to use the interrogative sentences, we are going to end with the what, how, like that. See, but in this case, which is going to use with the WH type only. That is who, whose, what, which, where, why, and when. In the next one, it also uses as, next one is called question type. If, I, whether. Yes or no type of question types are also used in the noun classes. We will see with different examples, students. Now, the first one, when it is looking like a subject, rather it is looking at the subject, how it looks like in the example. That he passed the test is not known to me. In that he passed the test, this first part, that he passed the test, it is the first part is what here? Subject. This subject part, first part is also called as what? Noun class, because that is a statement type. Second one, example number 2. We'll see the example. See now. I know where he lives. Here, where is a WH word. See, in this one, what is going to happen? I know where he lives. So it is acting like an object. It is acting like an object. This is the second example. Third example number 3 is the fact is that he is clever student or a good boy, a clever boy. So in this sentence it is looking like a compliment. These 3 examples you can clearly understand that one is subject, object and complement. Let us see with other 3 examples. I cannot express what I feel. So it's an object, it is a noun class. He told me where he is. I know if he passed or not. Here we can use either if or whether. Both are used as a yes or no type of questions. So all these underlying parts, this one it is acting as a subject, object and complement. In these 3 examples it is looking like an object. So these type of sentences which we can frame with the noun classes. Hope you everybody understood the classification of noun classes with different examples. Next, in the next class, in part 2, I will explain adjective class and the adverbial classes.